time digging into the latest vomit by Katarina Schultz and the guys over at Ironclad, adding yet another node and another edge to the Ironclad circle, this time with John Knorr, who was just on Danny Jones. You know, John Knorr was on there today, and they're going over this shooting of a California Department of Fish and Game agent or officer or whatever. You know, and John Knorr likes to pump a whole bunch of claims about Sinaloa cartel, Sinaloa cartel, Sinaloa cartel, Sinaloa cartel. Tier 1 operator, almost like their catchphrases and stuff. So, you know, I start digging into the story of the dude that was shot by their nemesis, the Sinaloa cartel. Hopefully this doesn't break up on me. But Danny Jones, I got a great big Toma award for you, buddy. I just got off the phone with Bob Cooke, special agent in charge. You know what? Hold up, give me a sec, because every time I'm going by this place, it likes to, well, you know, hopefully nothing will happen. Hopefully it won't cut out. I just got off the phone with Bob Cooke. Special agent in charge, was in a San Francisco Chronicle article that was written by a guy by the name of Walt Buchanan, if I got his name correct. And you would think that someone that shot somebody, or being in a shooting to where one of your officers was killed in the line of duty, or not killed, but shot through both legs, and you killed someone in the line of duty, rather, you would think that that would be something that's memorable. And in the article in the San Francisco Chronicle, the guy sits there and asks Special Agent in Charge Bob Cooke about the story, and Bob Cooke maintains that it was done by Mexican cartels. And so I called Bob Cooke directly, because, you know, these are the type of stories that John Knorr and Danny Jones and everybody else and their fucking mothers putting out there. Sinaloa cartel back in 2005 shoots this fish and game agent, so John Knorr says. But then when I call up the actual guy that said it, that was in charge of everything, he can't remember any evidence, and I got the phone call taped. I call up Walt Buchanan, because now he's in Arizona these days, because I like to get down to the brass tacks of things. And every single time you got one of these yahoos, they always want to push more cartel presence here without ever proving it, because they get more federal money, which equates to bigger salaries for them and a second mortgage and stuff like that. And I know people don't have to like me. I'm not here to be anybody's friend. I'm just here to ask questions. I got a ton of questions for you, Cat Bolts, and the rest of you fucking guys over at Ironclad. But today is a special day. Today we're going to make an exception. Yo, Mr. Audi, let's go. We're going to make a special exception, and today we're going to go dig in to all the bullshit about John Knorr, Danny Jones, who are also vinculated, or vinculados in Spanish, with Andy Stump being in. You know, there's just so much to dig into that interview on Knorr. About the Sinaloa cartel is going to import fucking, oh man, hope they're okay. John Knorr wants to sit there and imply that the cartels would import people to grow fucking Mexican dirtweed all the way up in the Emerald Triangle, where they grow the best marijuana arguably on the face of the planet. Like, use your brains, man. They would just hire someone local, dude. Then he's going to sit there and make these claims that the cartels are going to import fertilizer that's not approved by the FDA for use in this country, instead of just using what we already use to grow the best fucking marijuana in the entire world. We're going to take tips from fucking Mexican cartel on how to grow fucking California weed in fucking California. These guys are like just so over the top with all their fucking claims. Hey, John Knorr, you know, Andy Stump, all of you fucking people. I'm just going to put it like this, since I'm dropping F-bombs. How much do I have to come out of pocket What is it? 10 grand, 15 grand to get one of you motherfuckers on tape with me, man. You know, because I'm calling all of your claims bullshit. I'm doing it publicly. I just got done calling fucking Bob Cooke. I'll make a video as soon as I dig into it some more. But I want to do it. I want to do it justice because there's so many fucking claims about tier 1 this, tier 1 that, tier 1 medical. Everything's fucking a Boy Scout campfire story, just blown way out of fucking proportion, man. You know, it's funny because you mentioned that the Sinaloa cartel's the ones that's growing weed in fucking California, evidenced by the local growers not ever considering the fact that the local growers themselves could use the cartel as a convenient scapegoat for the shit that they've been fucking doing. But yeah, they'll just blame it on the cartel, and then you get what you want, they get what they want, but none of it's true. You know, I hate being this guy, man. I want to go home and punch my punching bag. I'm going to go get a haircut. I'm like the most laid-back dude in the world. Then I just watch all this stuff, and everybody's trying to sell you a fucking product. And this John Knorr guy's going out, doing his high-speed. Holy fuck. You know, this whole problem could be taken care of if you guys would just grow the fucking balls to go enlist, go find combat against someone that would actually give you a suitable challenge, and then you wouldn't have to make up a whole bunch of wives' tales at home about how high speed your fucking job is while you're hiking through the California fucking forest. You know, hate being this way, man, but it's really kind of that way. Then only to have the special agent that's quoted as Mexican cartels operating the area. And I'm going to 1000% put that whole fucking article in the fucking video that I do with the fucking phone call. And I'm also going to contact this Walt Buchanan guy to see if there's any other information. And John Knorr, I'm telling you now, because the Department of the Drug Enforcement Administration and the federal agencies still didn't put the Sinaloa cartel into California in any fucking court case until like late 2018 or some shit. Way after the 2005 thing that you're talking about, and that you'd find out that it's Sinaloa cartel in a few months. I'm gonna love ripping into this one. Hey man, you're calling ice, I'm calling ice cream. Sorry man, you know what? Yeah, call ICE, I don't care. Immigrations and Customs Enforcement, do whatever you're gonna do. Nothing on this channel is illegal. You know, I ask people to substantiate their claims and people get mad. You get fucking mad, I don't care. You're either full of shit or you're not, and if you're telling the truth, you don't have anything to worry about. I call these guys up asking them what evidence they had to substantiate that it was a cartel, and the agent in charge being quoted in that article drawing blanks. You call it. Talk to you guys soon.